Debbie, welcome.
Thank you.
And so can you just give us a brief rundown on the group and,
Sure.
and what it means?
Sure. It's been around for several years now and started off with probably only a few user groups, and now has grown to about 25 different user groups around New Zealand. It's a not-for-profit organisation run completely by members of the community, so that's anyone from Microsoft people to people who have their own organisations to customers using the different products. We cover all of the Microsoft technologies from SharePoint, SQL, .NET, Embedded, yeah.
And you're the president of them all.
You just like that term.
and so how many members do you think you have now?
Well, actually last year we just finished our summit. We got all the user group leaders together just before TechEd. We do that every year, which is great because it gives the leaders a chance to meet each other and so forth. So last year we ended up having about 153 meetings around the whole of New Zealand. And I think through that we got about just under 4,000 people that came to a meeting of sorts.
Oh, okay. And it's social, right? It's lots of fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Most of the groups meet about once a month, and Microsoft are kind enough to sponsor the beer and pizza, so yes, it is relatively social. It's sort of like a chance for people to get together and network, and then see a presenter do about an hour-long presentation, and then network again afterwards.
So it seems these events go hand in hand with beer and pizza.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, no. At my ones, they have wine as well.
Oh, okay. So if I want to be a member, so what do I get out of it, and what do I have to what's my input to be a member? Is there any kind of sign-on, or do I sign my life away? Is it mortgage stuff?
Not at all. It's absolutely free to be a member, and we're just about to launch a new site actually where we will have a much more centralised mailing list. So it means that you can sign up for information on different groups, not just the one that's in your area. I guess the biggest value probably for people that come along is that they get to meet other people that are using their products and services and so forth that they're experiencing and playing with. So it's a chance for them to talk to other people in the community about anything to do with the application.
And are people willing to share? People quite open about sharing their experiences and basically imparting all their skills and knowledge for nothing, right?
Absolutely, and all the speakers seem to do that and don't have a problem with it. I always speak at a user group wherever I go, and I know that a lot of other community leaders do that. But we also like to get a lot of the customers up as well, because they can share their stories as well, and that I think is most valuable to other people that come along, just to hear war stories or success stories.
Okay, so there's no knowledge is power present in the communities.
No, that's it.
Okay, and so when do they run? How do I go to the website? How do I hear about them, and how often do they come run?
www.mscommunities.net.nz, and you'll get all the information and a map of all the of New Zealand and where all the groups are. We do run once a month, but then, well, most groups do, they're all different. But there are a number of other events too that we're starting to organise and plan for. We did have a code camp on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Was that just yesterday? Yes,
it was
too.
It's a lifetime away.
Yes, and there are over 300 people, I think, attended that. We had it at the university, and it was great. We had about 4 different tracks, and again, speakers come along. Usually run that one prior to TechEd just because we leverage off the speakers that come along to TechEd. But we're planning on another one of those. There's a SQL Saturday being planned for people that love SQL, and a SharePoint Saturday for people like me that like SharePoint. And probably even more so an extension on that, I can't help but mention the New Zealand SharePoint Conference, because that is an extension of all the SharePoint user groups around the country, and that's next March. So there's a few other events, code camps and so forth, that you can get involved with as well.
Okay, and I've been along to that SharePoint conference, lucky enough to be invited as a speaker, and my experience was lots of people having fun. It's fantastic, and what I noticed that was quite different from other events is there's a mixture of business and technical. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. It's probably how it differentiates mostly from TechEd, because we do attract, I think, over 50% of the people we get there are business, and we tailor the content of the conference to that, so have lots of voice of a customer or case study sessions and business ones, so really good for that.
Cool. So just a couple of more questions really. One is, if I'm a speaker and I want to get involved, then do I have to be some globally renowned speaker to speak at these events? And just one last question, because I think we're running out of time, is if you could just repeat again, how do I join and the website details?
Absolutely. www.mscommunities.net.nz.
Did you get that?
And you can go on there, and there'll be a survey on there about being a speaker. We encourage everyone. It's a great opportunity to go and speak at one of your local user groups and develop your speaking skills so that you can get, move on and speak at other things as well. So
great. All right, fantastic. Thanks for coming along, Debbie.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of TechEd, and really appreciate you giving up your time for this.
Thanks.